How long does it take to get traffic to my brand new site? When am I going to start earning money from my brand new site? Is the Google Sandbox real? Those are some of the questions I'm going to try and answer for you in this video. Unfortunately, the answer to many of the questions is it depends or I don't know. However, I'm going to try and help you out here by showing you some of the sort of actual traffic numbers for some websites. And I've interviewed a lot of people here on my channel, and I have tracked folks, some specific websites over the years. So that's what we're going to look at today to give you a little bit of an idea. And one of the big things is it's hard to say, and it depends on how much effort you put into your site. So we're going to look at a few different people that published a lot of content. Maybe people built on a brand new domain. Maybe they used an aged domain, and a couple different components that can change based on whatever effort you want to put in. So first, we're going to look at one of my students for the 2X Accelerator. And in the cases for these websites, these are not public websites. So that is just something that people choose to share or not share. So this is Christy. I've done many interviews with her, and you can see all those interviews on this channel. And basically, she started a site at the end of 2018, roughly in the fall timeframe. And there was a little traffic here and there, but you can see she's getting about 5,000 visitors per day at this point in time in mid-November of 2021. So right out of the gate, it wasn't a huge amount of traffic, but it grew slowly over time. I think right now, Christy has about 400 articles or so on her site, and she's slowly been publishing. So a lot of work over 3 years and a lot of investment, but she is making about $6,300 per month at this point in time. And the retail season is looking like it'll be pretty good. Recently, I interviewed Ron Stefanski over at 1 Hour Professor, and you could check out this interview where he has an info-only website, and he thinks it's probably worth about $150,000 to $175,000. And he has a lot of content on this site. And one thing to note here is Ron does these income reports. So you can see tracking along. He started this site back in April of 2019, and very slow for the first 4 months or so, really not earning much money. And he didn't hit $1,000 probably until a little over a year in. But at this point, he's making about $5,000, mostly, I think actually 100% from ad revenue from eZoic. Shout out to eZoic there. And he's invested about $37,000, close to $38,000, and total he's made about $44,000 on this site. So you can get kind of an idea of how much you can earn based on the traffic. And if I remember right, Ron has about 100 kind of blog post kind of articles here. Again, all informational, and then he has about 15 or 1,600 pieces of content that are sort of, it's not necessarily a directory. That's maybe not the right way to phrase it, but it's informational, often based on some sort of a locality. So you can check out that full interview if you want to get like more details, but that's a good note. And I forgot to mention, Christy is earning about 50% of her revenue from Mediavine and the other 50% from Amazon. So just a different approach. And in both cases, Ron and Christy started their sites with a brand new domain. So there was no history there at all, and they just started it from scratch. Now let's skip ahead over to Kyle Claver. So he started getting a lot more traffic on his site and earning more money because he started with an aged domain. It's a little bit of a shortcut. And this, this is pretty awesome. I don't even remember the traffic because he started earning $2,200 per month within 8 months because he did start with an aged domain. And the cool thing with the aged domains, if you're not familiar, is generally they'll have backlinks. They'll have backlinks and some branding behind it. So those backlinks have some age, which is a good thing. And the website has some age. So it's sort of like skipping the sandbox a little bit. And he He's been able to grow the revenue. I haven't done an interview with him recently, but via email, I know the site's doing even better at this point, and I hope to bring you an update on that very soon. So the last one that I'll mention here is from Shauna Newman. And before I do need to give a shout out to ODYS, who's sponsoring this video. That is ODYS.global, and I am an affiliate for them, but they do have a pretty epic Black Friday sale. And that is starting on November 22nd all the way to December 3rd. And the cool thing is you get 50% cash back on the domains. So if you buy something, you get cash back. And they also have a 20% off deal for done for you affiliate sites. And from what I understand, there's no cap on this. So if you get like $1,000 domain, you get 500 back. If you get a $10,000 domain, you get 5,000 back. So no limit on that. And, I was talking about Kyle a minute ago. He got his domain from ODYS. So it's a good marketplace overall. So the last one I'll mention is from Shauna Newman here. And I do have an interview from her as well. And at the time, this is back in July of 2021, she was making $400 per month, but she has since increased the revenue and it's just been growing. There have been some rocky pieces in this project for her. She called it Project Tartarus. I think that's how you say it. And this is the latest update here, and the traffic is 36,000 sessions per month, which is, a little over 1,000 per day. And she hasn't, built any links to this site, and her income is around $875, and she's earned $4,300 to date. And she's actually put in a decent amount of investment in this site, but she does mention that over the last 6 months, she's made about $600, and she would potentially be able to sell it for about $21,000, which is above her break-even point, so she would actually profit a little bit. And I know from the interview that I did with Shauna that she actually got traffic a lot faster than she normally would have expected. In this specific case, she was monetizing solely with ads, and it was informational based. So she wasn't earning as much as her normal business model, which is affiliate marketing. So these are just a couple, few examples here to give you an idea on how long it might take to get some traffic. And the overall punchline is basically, if you start with an age domain, there's a strong chance you're going to be able to rank faster and get traffic a little bit more quickly. Now, the monetization matters, right? I showed you a few different ways to monetize, or these examples had a few different ways to monetize. So if you're thinking you can recreate exactly what Kyle did, you may have to look at affiliate promos specifically. And if you look at what Shauna has done, she got quite a bit of traffic, but the earnings were a little bit lower. And then if you extend the time scale out a little bit and you look at what Ron and Christy have done, you can see, well, the first 6 months or so are pretty slow. And even 6 months to a year, the growth might not really look that impressive. But once you zoom out in the continued sort of compound investment in content and high quality content really, really makes a difference. So when you look out a year, 2 years, 3 years, you can see all the effort pays off. And I think the punchline is the effort that you put in over time is really going to pay off. So thanks to ODYS. If you have questions about this, let me know in the comments.